Hello and welcome to Be More Speaks, an innovative program that highlights the quirky, on-the-go people, places, and events that bring the charm back in Charm City. My name is Krishana Davis, and I'm your host. Today we have a great show for you. My great friend, Ciera Nicole, who was recently crowned Miss Maryland 2013-2014, is on set with us today. Thank you for coming, Ciera.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, Ciera, so you were recently crowned Miss Maryland and have been in reign for about 2 months now. How has the experience been?
It's been really nice. I mean, at first it took some getting used to. It was a little bit overwhelming, but overwhelming with joy, not really like stressing me out overwhelming. But now, I mean, I'm really enjoying it. I've been doing a lot of appearances. I've worked with the Daffodils and Diamonds organization, which was an event that benefited breast and ovarian cancer. I've been going to different high schools, elementary schools, and middle schools speaking to the kids, and a couple of fashion shows that benefited different charities and organizations.
So how is it being out and about? Because earlier today, me and Ciera went to Starbucks, and this guy saw her sash and just completely almost chased us out of Starbucks.
Oh my gosh.
So how is it being on the street sometime with your sash?
I mean, I'm not on the streets too much with it, but whenever I come from events and appearances, if I still have it on, people are like, oh my God, are you the real Miss Maryland? Like, how is it? Can I get a picture with you? So, I mean, it's exciting. Sometimes I'm, like, a little tired, but, as always, as being Miss Maryland, you have to always be positive. So, of course, I'm excited to meet new people.
So, Ciera, you were crowned a few days before the Ravens won the Super Bowl.
Right.
So, how was that experience?
It was very exciting. I mean, the city was so excited. I was excited to be a representation of Maryland from Baltimore just because not many Miss Marylands are from Baltimore. I think I may be like the first one in a very long time. So, I had so much energy for the team, and, everyone's so excited. They're like, yeah, Baltimore, Maryland. And I'm like, hey, I'm Miss Maryland. So that was pretty cool.
Did you do anything special during that weekend?
Well, we had a Super Bowl party at my house. Me and my mom threw it. And
very nice.
Yeah, and the Tuesday after, like the big victory parade downtown, I was a part of, and was down at M&T Bank Stadium on the field taking pictures with fans and stuff. It was really nice.
So, Ciera, you mentioned that a lot of title holders aren't from Baltimore. Why is that?
I mean, I feel as though we don't really see it too much in the inner city. So that's probably a reason why you see most of the girls, like I said, from Montgomery County and PG County do it. And it's really expensive. So, a lot of girls here, that we really don't have the encouragement or the financial backings to really let us do it. I mean, me personally, I'm not rich, I'm fortunate. But, I was out in school and I ran across a couple of title holders that really pushed me to do it. And, so basically from there, I just budgeted my money and looked for sponsorships and stuff like that. And that's what pretty much how I was able to do it. And a lot of girls here don't really know what they can do to acquire the money for it because, like I said, it is very expensive. And we just don't see it that often. So with my platform, it's youth mentorship with a focus on inner city youth. So I'm trying to be very visible in the inner city and the community here. That way we can get girls from Baltimore to be a part of the Miss Maryland organization.
So, Ciera, you mentioned a little bit about your platform, but tell me, what are some of the responsibilities of Miss Maryland?
Well, it depends on the organization that you're a part of. Me, I'm Miss Maryland for the Miss United States organization. And our organization has a heavy basis on promoting your platform, as well as working with Relay for Life in conjunction with the American Cancer Society. So with working with them, I do a couple events with Relay for Life. And my platform, like I said, is youth mentorship with a focus on inner city youth. So my responsibility basically is to promote my platform as much as I can. I don't do it just in Baltimore City. I'm in Washington, D.C. as well, since, it's so close. It's really easy to get there. So, yeah, basically just to promote my platform and raise awareness with the American Cancer Society and raise funds for the charity.
I'm sure a lot of people don't really understand the difference between the different types of organizations that hold pageants. So tell me a little bit about that, because I'm sure people get confused all the time.
All the time. You wouldn't believe. Some people say, hey, so what's your talent? And I'm said, oh, I'm so sorry. I don't compete in Miss America. And they say, oh, okay, so you're going to Miss Universe next. And I say, no, I'm actually going to Miss United States first. And then before Miss Universe is actually Miss USA.
Okay.
So, yeah, there are basically 3 major national titles in our country. And that's Miss USA, Miss America, and Miss United States. I currently hold the Miss United States title, but I also compete in the USA system. So, people are really confused with me just because I do 2 out of the 3. But Miss America has a talent portion, which Miss USA and Miss United States do not. And Miss USA is just I would say strictly glamour. I mean, of course, every girl in each organization is intelligent, beautiful, and stuff like that. But Miss USA and Miss Universe is all about your looks, pretty much.
Okay.
You know, it's about having a great body, having a beautiful face, and just being an intelligent young lady. As far as Miss United States, we are a mix of Miss America and Miss USA, I would say. Because we have to promote our platform like Miss America, but we don't have talent.
Okay.
But we are about beauty and glamour and healthy bodies and stuff like that, like Miss USA. So that's pretty much the difference. I mean, it's all pretty the same thing, because you have to be a good role model in a sense, but the Miss United States organization is a mix between Miss America and Miss USA, in my opinion.
So if you had to have a talent, what would it be?
Oh my gosh. You know, for some reason I like want to do like acting and stuff. So maybe like a monologue, or if not a monologue, just dance, because I danced for about 3 years. So I mean, if I haven't done it in a while, so I have to like practice my technique and stuff. But maybe dance or a monologue, something like that.
That would be really cute.
Yeah.
So Ciera, this is your third time competing for a state title. So I mean, that definitely shows resilience, if nothing else. So what was that experience like?
Well, it's funny because this third time was the time I was the least prepared, I would say. My first time was Miss Maryland USA 2012, which took place in fall of 2011.
Okay.
And I didn't place at all. I just got best interview. It was about 100-something girls. And the following year, which was this past fall, I did Miss District of Columbia USA, which I prepared nonstop for. Like, I ended up, working out like twice a day, changing my eating habits completely, just because I saw that interview was my strength, and clearly that my physical fitness was my weakness.
Okay.
So with that, preparing for that, that was my main goal. And I ended up becoming second runner-up, so clearly hard work pays off.
Correct.
Yet I still didn't win, so it wasn't that much hard work. And so in January, that's when, I decided to do Miss Maryland United States. And I actually signed up the week before.
Wow.
So everything that I wore was exactly the same thing I wore in DC USA. That's the funny thing. But yeah, so, I just went in and I had a really great time. And I think that's what the judges are looking for. They want to see the girl who is genuinely happy, having an awesome time on stage. And I think that's why I actually did so well, just because I was enjoying myself so much.
So what categories did you place in this time?
This time I won People's Choice as well as the title full.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I hear a lot of rumors about, pageant life and how there can be some types of cattiness, of course. So tell me some of the, pageant secrets, behind the scenes, what happens in pageant life.
I mean, you always have your sour apples in a bunch. With pageantry, I tend to see the ones that aren't so nice are the ones that don't do as well. And I think they definitely should change that, and then they could excel more.
Right.
As far as secrets behind stage and stuff, I mean, we do all kinds of funny things that people don't know. Like, we use things called butt glue.
Wait, butt glue?
Yeah, butt glue. It's really funny. I never use butt glue myself, but a lot of the girls do. It's like an adhesive stuff you put on your butt cheeks, and you use it for swimsuit. Okay. So you do it, and then you just spread the swimsuit on your bottom, and it's perfect. It's not rising. It just sits perfectly firm on your butt.
What about Vaseline on the teeth?
Yeah.
I used to do a little bit of performing, and that's one of the things that they always tell you to do.
Right. I use Vaseline on my teeth because you have to smile the entire time. So, it's really hard. My cheeks shake and stuff. So I said, oh my God, I got to keep my smile perfect. So I put Vaseline on my teeth before I go out, and I just to say, okay, do this, you got it. And just smile the entire time. I mean, it's funny, but I mean, hey, it gets the job done.
So Ciera, what is one of your biggest fears during pageant weekend?
Oh, okay. Pageant weekend, I'm never scared. I mean, I love being on stage. I love the whole interview process and stuff like that. However, when I make top 5 and I get that final question, the nerves are there. Really? They are there extremely. I'm freaking out. I remember for DC USA, that was my first time making top 5. Okay. So once I made top 10, I said, oh my gosh, if I make top 5, I don't know what's going to happen, because when you make top 5, that's when you pick a judge's name out of the bowl, and then they ask you any question. Okay. Any question in the world. So I was like, what are they going to ask me? Oh my God, I'm freaking out. So after the top 10 swimsuit competition, I had my practice questions out, and I laid them all out on the floor. So I'm freaking out, trying to read them and memorize them and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh my God, what are they going to ask me? They're going to ask me something like this. What do I do? So I'm just freaking out. My friend's like, Ciera, calm down. It's okay. The girls are really nice. They're like, calm down. And I'm like, no, I've never done this before. What if I mess up? What if I look like an idiot? So, it's just very scary. But, I got up there and I just talked. I just, I guess I did pretty well. I mean, I got second runner-up out of all 5 of us, because it would be 4th runner-up, 3rd runner-up, 2nd and 1st, and then the winner. So I placed pretty high, 3rd place. But yeah, it's very scary. I just try to take a deep breath and just go for it. Just speak, I guess. I don't know. It's very scary. That's one thing that I have to overcome for nationals, just because, you know, that's a bigger competition. So.
And I'm sure you did well. And speaking naturally is something that you have to practice and get better at.
Exactly.
So, now, Ciera, you're from Baltimore, born and raised, correct? Now, what part of Baltimore are you from?
I am from West Baltimore. I grew up in Edmondson Village.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was some of your dreams and ambitions growing up in Baltimore?
Well, when I was younger, of course, you know, we had those dreams like, oh, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a teacher, stuff like that. But that quickly changed. Once I got to high school, I ended up wanting to do broadcast journalism.
Okay.
And then I got into the fashion industry a bit, so I said, no, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to do fashion. I want to be a buyer. I want to do like fashion show production and stuff like that. So when it came to college, that's when I applied to Marymount University, and I got accepted, and that's where I got my BA in fashion merchandising, and I minored in communications. So, you know, that's pretty much what I wanted to do, because I fell in love with the fashion industry as a teenager. So yeah, that was my biggest dream.
Now, you're a City College High School alum, correct?
Yes, I am.
Now, I went to Poly, so of course I'm going to boo you a little bit.
Oh, gosh. City forever.
But what was your experience like at City? Because I know you were on catwalk modeling.
Yeah. I love City. It's, you know, City has my heart. While I was at City, I was class president for 3 years. So I was a part of SGA, did all like student activities and things like that. I joined Catwalk also my sophomore year, so that's pretty much how I became the Ciera I am today, I say. If it wasn't for Catwalk, I probably wouldn't even had an interest in pageantry. That's because I became really girly around that time. I used to be a tomboy growing up, so...
I would never believe that.
Oh my gosh, believe it, honey. Air Force Ones in every color, okay? Like, seriously, I was such a tomboy. So that's pretty much what, you know, brought my feminine side out. So, yeah, just being involved in City at Catwalk, that's what really brought the Ciera to out here in the public.
Thank you so much, Ciera, for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
It was a lot of fun.
It was fun.
So tell people how they can stay updated with you.
You can like my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Miss Maryland United States 2013, as well as you can follow me on Twitter. So it's at I am Ciera Nicole. And I also have a blog that every time I do an appearance, I update with photos and videos and stuff like that. It's IamCieraNicole.blogspot.com.
Thank you for watching Be More Speaks. My name is Krishana Davis. Stay updated with us at KrishanaDavis.com and at DeGamaMedia.com. Thank you. Bye-bye.